if if you're going to build one of these exchanges, you got to go to your users. And in Asia, I think it's fair to say that that's probably where most of the largest set of crypto activity outside of the US is.
Armani needs no introduction. He's been building in the crypto space longer than most of you have been around. He now finds himself in Japan, building the next generation of crypto exchanges and wallets.
Japan used to be one of the large centers of gravity for the crypto industry around the Mt. Gox time. And then there was kind of a series of hacks that led to a lot of regulation that basically drove out a bunch of talent and people from the country. If you're trying to build a crypto startup, Japan used to be an incredible place, and then everybody left the country. But what that left was a really core set of not only builders but also just a super vibrant market. And so there's tons of very crypto native people here, a really strong crypto native culture, a lot of people that just understand the industry, and you couple that with the fact that the country has been lightening up on regulation and in fact incentivizing and encouraging people to come here to embrace crypto in a really meaningful way. I think it is starting to lead to a bunch of really positive second order effects that makes starting a crypto company here really exciting and serving the local market here really exciting.
Actually, one of the points of this whole kind of film we're making here is to understand the community a little bit better, the Japanese community, because to an outsider, to a foreigner, Japan is somewhat of a black box when it comes to markets, right? So can you maybe shed some light on that since you've been here now for a while? What does the community look like? What are they interested in? Are they interested in DeFi? Do they use DEXs? That type of thing.
I mean, it's really hard to generalize.
Yeah.
But I can tell you from the backpack perspective, I think one of the key differences between the West and the East, not that Japan generalizes to the entire East, but I think one of the key differences is in the West in particular, you have this really strong mindset, especially in capital markets, where it's all about the Warren Buffett mindset, right? Where it's buy and hold. It's all about innovation. It's all about dreaming big, and it's less about, I think, at least culturally speaking, flipping things for profit or active trading, and much more about what are the kind of long-term sustainable kind of businesses that I can circle my life around, whether it's from the perspective of a capital allocator or an entrepreneur or an engineer that wants to work at a startup. I think in Asia, there's much more of an active trader mind. I think from the product side, people really love to trade markets. People really love to find alpha, and so I think that's one pretty kind of interesting distinction. But then if you drill down into Japan in particular, it's actually much closer to the US, where it's much closer to, it's all about the mobile app, and it's all about spot, and it's all about simple buying and selling, and less so about advanced
derivative
products, for example.
I want to ask you a few more fun questions that came from the community, because I asked
Sure.
them what they wanted to hear from you, and they had basically two questions.
Okay.
And one was, do you watch anime? And if so, which ones?
So I would not describe myself as an anime fan, although we do have a couple anime lovers on the team. I think if I had to pick an anime, I've got to go with one of the classics, like Naruto.
It's
it's
there you go.
No-brainer.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. That's a good. It's a good answer. This was Hatsuchi's answer as well. And the other question they wanted to know was, you've been living in Tokyo for a while. Where do you eat? What's your favorite foods here?
Oh, great question.
Tokyo, it's a foodie city, right?
Yeah,
There's a lot of good food here.
Totally. So the honest to God answer of where do I eat?
It's McDonald's, isn't it?
I was going to say 7-Eleven, but yeah. Tuna mayo, onigiri, and some fried chicken.
Oh man, it's the best.
It's the best. Yeah. Mix it in with a Coca-Cola and living the dream. Yeah.
100%. So
there's a 7-Eleven right next to the office, and it's purely out of convenience.
Yeah.
It's I'm not proud of it, but it's certainly I tell myself that, the 7-Elevens are just, it's such a stark contrast relative to the 7-Elevens in the U.S. that it's, I got to take advantage of it.